So what are we doing today? We're doing some copy reviews. What I will tell you guys is send your copy for yeah, the copy you want reviewed in the chat. Okay, it can be emails, not necessarily emails though. It can be other forms of copy as well, like landing pages, maybe VSL. Maybe we can't review like a whole VSL, but we can review a part of it. So drop it in the chat. Like all of you guys should have something for review. All of you guys write copy, obviously. So yeah, just drop something in the chat. Maybe the last piece you wrote. Okay, we have Ibrahim already. That's good. Let me open that. I think we have Eric who sent something. Yes, sir. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, let me open these guys. Both of them are emails, I think. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Okay, let's start with this. Let me share my screen. Abderrahman, bro. If you have anything, drop it as well. We definitely have time to go over 3 pieces of copy. That should be pretty easy. So yeah, just make sure you're getting the most out of these codes. Boom. Okay, we're good. So who is this? Ibrahim, was this you, bro? This one?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, okay, let's get into it. Subject line, why your reels are flatter than so the left in the sun. Okay, bro, immediately, I don't like the subject line. Simply
Okay,
because
cool.
of the analogy, bro. Like, flatter than so the left in the sun. What the fuck does that mean, bro? Like, what did you get this analogy from like ChatGPT? Quick question.
Actually, aiming for know, I- a different headline and gave me this version
Bro, you cut off like crazy, bro.
by
Your
something.
internet left the chat. Bro, your internet left the chat, bro. Try
Wait.
try to fix your internet or something. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, is it okay now?
Okay, now it's good. Now it's good. What were you saying about the subject line?
All right. So, so basically, I want to convey that their
Yep,
reels are, very dry, basically the same format. So I put, the ideas in AI and they give me something which really aligns. So I was like, you know what? It
exactly,
does actually align. So I thought it
and
would
that's why
be
it's shit,
cool.
bro. That's exactly why it's shit because you gave it to AI and it gave you
Okay,
some
fair.
analogy
Fair.
that absolutely doesn't make sense to me, bro. Flatter than soda left in the sun, bro. What is that shit? No, just bro, use simple language, guys. Listen, trying to be creative with all of these analogies. I know Tyson uh is I think one of the first people who started talking about like all of these analogies and stuff, and honestly, it's complete bullshit. All right, analogies, I literally never use them, never, ever, right? And the only way where an analogy would work is like if it's genuinely something relatable, right? That you can kind of feel. So when you make the analogy, like the other person can kind of feel that comparison. But here, I don't even get it. I can't imagine that, right? Like it's not clear in my head, so it doesn't work, right? So you're better off using
Mm.
simple language. Tell them what it is straight up. Like for example, why your reels are what not getting views or something like that. You get me?
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
Like simple as that, bro. Like why your reels are not getting views. Boom. Done. Okay. Pretty simple subject line,
Mm.
but it works. It works. Like if the reels aren't getting views, then they will open it. Like that's what matters. Right?
Mm. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Let's see the email, bro. So, hey name, if your reels still follow the same crusty old format, hook, info, CTA, then I hate to break to you, but growth isn't in your forecast. Yeah, we can see AI, bro. Like growth isn't in your forecast. Kind of weird thing to say, right? We can kind of see the AI
All right.
sprinkled,
Mm.
and that's all right. I'm gonna just call you out whenever I see that. Okay, growth is in your forecast. Is what I would have what is what I would have said if I hadn't discovered a secret that got me 2,000 plus comments and 3,000 plus followers per month, and I'm sharing it with you today. Okay, let me read the whole email, then I can comment. All right. But first, let's discuss this flat formula. The guru swear by it. Start with a hook, give value, and end with a call to action. Keep doing it, they say, and you'll grow with consistency. But that formula has a 10-month waiting period, if you're lucky. There's a real reason why this never works anymore. because it's what everyone is doing. Imagine being a viewer. You scroll past 17 reels to start with the same hype voice, the same recycled advice, the same link in bio ending. By rewriting, your brain taps out. You're stuck in what I call the scroll hypnosis loop. So how do you fix it? You shock the scroll. Start with two hooks. Say something weird, add a twist. Heck, start a reel mid-sentence. Break the same old same so they go. Wait, what did I just watch? The point is you need to surprise people, make them feel something. When your reel disrupts the loop, that's when they finally stop, watch, and follow. All right, bro. The email is absolutely horrible. Okay? It's absolutely horrible.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell you why. By the way, guys, quick something I want to say. So when I'm giving feedback, right? When I'm giving Ibrahim knows that because he's been in the mentorship. He's been in my mentorship before, right? But for the other two guys in here, Eric and Abderrahman, guys, when I give feedback, I'm unbelievably harsh. Okay, when Lemur is horrible, I just say it's horrible. Okay, and then we fix it. So that is in like not this like I don't do that to insult you or anything like that, but I've just found that when I do that and when I'm more harsh with my feedback, the next time, my students are extra careful when it comes to what they write and what they do, right? Because obviously nobody wants to get their copy completely destroyed, right? So I've just noticed it works the best, and that's exactly why I do it. So guys, don't get insulted. That's just literally how I do reviews. Okay. Anyways, bro, let me tell you why the email doesn't work and what we should do to fix it. Okay. So the main thing that I notice here is by the end of the email, bro, nothing made sense to me. Like I didn't get it. I didn't get a point. I didn't get value, let's say.
Right.
And the reason why it was simply all over the place. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here we start. If you still follow the same Christian format, cooking for CTA, then I had to break to growth this in your forecast. Okay, nothing too crazy here, nothing necessarily bad, right? And then here, first of all, what happens with the flow? Like, I hate to break it to you, but growth is in your forecast. Is what I would have said if I had a. What are you talking about? What are you talking about here? Like the flow over here, bro, is what I would have said. Like, where does this come from? It just confuses me completely. Like, what are you referring to here?
So she had it in one of her
Yeah.
reels that she
Okay.
got this much by not following, same old recycle pattern. So I thought, if I could add a bit of proof that she actually, has, changed this, it wouldn't be more believable, is what I thought.
No, but yeah, I'm not necessarily talking about the proof. Like, I'm talking more about like the transition. Like, I hate to break it to you, but growth isn't in your forecast. Full stop. Is what I would have said. What does this relate to, bro?
Right.
Like, what do you would have said what? I don't get it.
So I was, trying to go for the is, like if I told them that you just can't grow if you, keep doing this, is what I would have said if I didn't find this, strategy that I'm using right now that has, helped me break free from, this all this recycled stuff. That was what I was going through. But yeah, it is a
Okay, wait, wait, wait,
mess.
wait, 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 wait. It doesn't make sense because like here you tell them growth isn't in your forecast if you use this. And that's true, right?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna tell them to switch from it and do something else.
Mm. Yeah.
So realistically, that here it's true. So like this sentence doesn't really make sense. And you have
Mm.
um you just have to say something like, I mean, bro, here you tell them if you use this growth is in your forecast. The first thing you gotta do, the first question that I have when I read this is why, right? Like why?
Mm.
Why using this format is going to hurt my growth, right? So
Yeah.
the first thing you have to do is go into the actual explanation slash like justification of why this format doesn't work. So immediately you have to do that, like not introducing some secret yet or anything like that. Like First, you go into basically here, right? Like here you say, but first let's discuss the flat formula, bro. No, no, no. Just discuss it. Discuss it here, right? People would pay attention because now you open the loop, right? Now you open the loop in their head. You said that if they use
Mm.
this, then growth isn't. They're not gonna grow. They're wondering why. So they will continue reading, right? Just go into it
Mm.
immediately, and then this thing here is like what to do instead. That's like at the end, bro. That's for later. You get me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. Now let me continue with the other things that bother me here. Okay, so let's jump to here. You start discussing the formula, this one, right, and why it doesn't work. So the gurus were it start with the hook, give value, and then with a call to action. Keep doing it, they say, and you'll grow with consistency. But that formula has a 10-month waiting period if you're lucky. There's a real reason why this never works anymore. Hmm. Because it's what everyone is doing. Keep doing it, they say, and you go with consistency. All right, here, bro, you say the formula has a 10-month waiting period. And then you say there's a real reason why it never works anymore. Wait, so does it work and it has a 10-month waiting period, or it doesn't work? Which one is it?
It
Right?
doesn't work, I would say.
You have to pick one. You get me? You have to pick one. So it doesn't
Yeah,
really
yeah,
make sense to
yeah.
me. So let's say keep doing it, they say, and they're going consistency. But the truth is, in today's bro, it's amazing to see you. In today's day and age, bro. No, what was I gonna say? Yeah, yeah, you can continue. Like the truth is, in today's content market or whatever, it doesn't work anymore, right? And then you go into the
Mm.
explanation. So here you say, because it's what everyone is doing. Okay, so you just say the truth is it doesn't work anymore because it's what everyone is doing. Boom. Okay, good. Good. Imagine being a viewer. You scroll past 17 reels that start with the same high voice, the same recycled advice, the same link in bio ending. By reel 18, your brain taps out. You're stuck in what I call the scroll hypnosis loop. So how do you fix it? You shock the scroll. Okay, I don't know, bro. There's something weird to me here. There's something weird to me here. Because the whole format of hook info CTA, bro, literally every single reel uses that. Like, it's an unbelievably
Yeah.
broad, like, you get me? It's an unbelievably broad format, bro. A hook can be anything. The info can be anything. The
Mm.
CTA can be anything, right? It can literally, it's like saying in
Yeah.
copywriting, for example, it's like saying what is that fucking structure? DIC, bro. Disrupt, entry, click doesn't work. Every single email ever written is disrupt, entry, click, right? All of them. Like it's the
Mm.
broadest. Every single email follows that structure, right? So it's the same thing here. Every single reel starts with a hook, has info or value, and then has a CTA, right? Obviously, every single like reel, the reels we're talking
Yeah.
about here, not something brain rot. Obviously, you get me. You get the point, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the whole email, the whole idea here, like you start telling them, okay, how do you fix it? You shock their scroll. Start with two hooks. What? Like the email is just completely, first of all, ChatGPT, bro. It's ChatGPT, and I can see that because it's like all cut up. Like
Mm.
it's a ChatGPT writes like this. It writes in a way that's cut up, in a way that's very split up, right? In a way that's not smooth. So I can see it's ChatGPT,
Mm.
right? And here, like, start with two hooks. What do you mean start with two hooks, bro? Like it's still a hook. What do you mean start? What does that mean with two hooks? Say something weird. Okay, that's still a hook. Like saying something weird is still a hook. Add a twist. Bro, what twist? A twist is it's still a hook. Like the whole email doesn't really the whole email doesn't make sense. Like start the reel mid-sentence. Yeah, starting the reel mid-sentence is still a hook. Like obviously. What else is it? Right? Um Okay, the point is you need to surprise people. Yeah, bro, and that's a hook, right? You surprise people. Like that's the whole point. Right?
Yeah.
Make them feel something. When you really disrupts the loop, that's when they finally stop, watch, and follow. So this email doesn't, it absolutely doesn't work, bro. Because like you're saying this doesn't work, but literally every reel follows this thing. And it's what you're talking about here isn't even something different. Like you're still telling them basically, you still told them hook people in. That's what you told them in the email. Right. But then you start the email telling them that a hook at the beginning and info and CTA doesn't work. What else are you going to do? No, what you're trying to convey here is that they basically need to go harder with the hook. Like they need to go with something that people don't expect in the hook. That's what you're talking about. So the angle of demo is completely
Yeah.
different that you're trying to get to. You get it?
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So what I would do is I would completely rewrite this email and I would focus more on
Mm.
making it specific about like hooks, how people's hooks are weak, basically. That's why the reels aren't getting views. Okay. And how to make a strong hook. That's what you're trying to do, and that's what I'll do. Okay. And I would get rid of
All right, yeah.
the AI lingo, first thing. I would get rid of the way AI writes an email, bro. Like all of these little cut up sentences, like AI always does that. For example, when I write a reel script, I write a reel script for my reels, then I ask AI, like, what do you think? Right? And it tells me, it's great, but it can be honed in even further. And then it basically gives me, rewrites it in the same exact, like super cut up way where you cannot even speak it out loud. It's just weird to read. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna use that because yeah, you shouldn't. It's so smooth.
Mm.
So yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope that makes sense. Hope that makes
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sense.
Sure.
Perfect. Okay, we can move on to Eric's email. Guys, if you have any questions, by the way, just drop them in the chat and I'll be answering them in between emails if you have any questions. Because yeah, obviously you can wait until the end as well. Cool. Let's do this one. So subject line, it's not your looks, it's your signal. Preview, rejected. Nope, you're not even in the game. Okay, kind of getting a bit of a ChatGPT feeling, but we'll see. We'll see. Hello, name. Isn't it frustrating being overlooked by women? Sometimes it chips away at your confidence, like you're doing everything right, but still getting zero attention. You show up, you try, but it's like you don't even exist. Here's the truth most guys want to hear. Bro, it's so weird. No. This is so weird. Want to hear. Okay. Maybe I would kind of change this up a bit so it doesn't sound weird. You're not being rejected because you're not even noticed. Not because you're not attractive, not because you're too nice, not because you said the wrong thing. It's because you're playing the visibility game on mute, which means you're just another average man. And in today's dating world, average equals unnoticed. But here's the good news. Any man can become magnetic. Attraction isn't born, it's built. Not by pretending, not by begging for attention, but by learning how to stand out without trying too hard. Yeah, all of them was ChatGPT. Like you see, like stuff like that. You're not broken, you're just unrefined. What on earth does that mean? Like, what on earth does that actually mean? It doesn't mean anything. That's the issue with ChatGPT, guys. And it's not your fault. That's the thing. Like when you use ChatGPT, it simply gives you like all of these fluffy filler lines that simply don't even make sense. They're not specific at all. Like they're super vague and they don't make sense. Like you're not broken, you're just unrefined, bro. What does that mean, bro? Genuinely, right? You don't even nobody knows because ChatGPT just comes up with bullshit. So my point is, guys, like I see you guys are using AI in your copy to write copy. And the truth is that as a beginner, when your copy still isn't great, right? When you write it by yourself, you shouldn't be using AI. Like AI is amazing to, save you time and help you pump out good copy quicker when you're already great at copy. When you're not a great copywriter, you can't use AI properly, right? So stop using AI focus on becoming great at copy by yourself. Then focus on becoming great at using AI. All right. That's what I can recommend. Okay, let's continue here. We have humor line. What you need isn't charm or cheesy lines. It's mastering the basics, presence, appearance, and energy. Over the next few days, I'll walk through exactly how to do that step by step. No nonsense, no cheesy tricks, just what actually works. Yeah, same thing. Like all of this is ChatGPT. Ready to stop being invisible. Stick around. It's time to step into the spotlight. Yeah, same. This line is definitely ChatGPT as well. Catch you later, Matthew. All right. Um, Let me get some opinions on this email. Ibrahim, what do you think, bro? What do you think about this email?
I mean, I don't think, I can really say because my email sucks itself. So
I
I
mean,
don't think
bro,
I have the right to, criticize other emails.
bro, none of that. That doesn't matter. Like the point is, okay, maybe you notice some mistakes that you made in your email that are also in this email. You know what I mean? Like, guys, everybody here can give feedback. Everybody here can give feedback. The fact that your copy isn't great yet doesn't mean that you can't notice mistakes that you have made in other people's copy. All right? It doesn't mean that.
Mm.
So, bro, anything that you're noticing here in this email?
Maybe with the, subject line, like,
Okay.
what do you mean by it's my signal?
Yep.
Like,
Okay.
how does that, really, like, I don't really get that.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the preview rejected. Nope, you're not even in the game. Like, I don't
Listen.
get that line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also, isn't it frustrating being overlooked by women? But like, if I'm actually not overlooked by women, then this email really isn't for me.
Yeah, obviously that's I mean they're just kind of
Yeah,
qualifying themselves. Yeah. But what you said about the subject line,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
completely true. Like you see you can give feedback. Like, yeah, the subject line, it
yeah.
just doesn't make sense. Like it's not your looks, it's your signal. What
Yeah.
does that mean? That's what I told you guys literally a few minutes ago about ChatGPT. This doesn't mean anything. What signal, bro? Like my phone signal? What signal are you talking about? Right? And it's not like in terms of it's not into what are you talking in terms of what? Like what are you talking about? What is this it's? Right? And then preview, yeah, as Ibrahim said, doesn't make any sense to me. Like we need something that's clear. Like for example, something why women overlook you, bro. Even that's better because yes, it's super simple. It's nothing that interesting, but it's clear. It's clear why women overlook you. It's simple, it's clear, it's straight to the point. So it works, right? When you go with something like this that is just unclear, it's kind of too creative, right? It doesn't make much sense. It doesn't work. So simple is always the way to go. Simple is always the way to go, guys. When it comes to copy, it's always the way to go. Okay. So in terms of demo in general, it's the frustrating being overlooked by women. Sometimes it chips away your confidence, like you're doing everything right, but still getting zero attention. Okay, I would be here like a bit more specific with the relatability. I would add some of this. So maybe I would say, hey, name, do you feel like you're doing everything right when it comes to women, yet you're still getting zero attention, right? Just a simple, more relatable, qualifying question at the beginning, right? And then you just continue. Okay. So you show up, you try, but it's like you don't even exist. Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. Here's the truth most guys won't want to hear, bro. It sounds unbelievably weird. Like just don't want to hear. Just don't want to hear. Simple as that. You don't need to say want to hear. Um, but after you like do the relatability, I'll probably say um like maybe relate to them a bit. I've been in the same spot and here's the truth most guys don't want to hear. Right? So first you relate to them, they know, all right, this guy understands me, then you get into it. You're not being rejected because you're not even noticed. Not because you're unattractive, not because you're too nice, and definitely, um, I'm not sure why these are bullets, bro. You have too many bullets here. You have too many bullets. Like bullets here, two times. It's too much. It's too much. These don't necessarily need to be bullets. Like it's not because you're attractive, dot dot dot. Not because you're too nice, dot dot dot, and definitely not because you said the wrong thing. But here, like it doesn't click for me. You're not being rejected because you're not even noticed. What does that mean? What does that mean? You're not being rejected because you're not even know. It doesn't make sense to me, bro. It doesn't mean anything. Like if you say here, okay, women don't reject you because you're unattractive, too nice, or because you said the wrong thing. Okay, that actually makes me interested. Like, what does this have to do with anything? I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. So, women don't reject you because you're unattractive, you're too nice, or you said the wrong thing. Okay, now it makes me think. Okay, so what do they reject me for then? Right? So that's cool. And then it's because you're playing the visibility game on mute, which means you're just another average game. Average man, my bad. Okay, so no idea what it means to play the visibility game on mute. All right, typical ChatGPT, something ChatGPT would say. I have no idea what this means, bro. I have no idea what it means to play the visibility game on mute. A man who reads this email just wouldn't know what you're talking about, and that's not the point. We're trying to be super clear here, right? That's the whole point. So here you say, which means you're just an average man. Okay, that's a completely different thing. That's a completely different thing. Being average and then playing the visibility game on mute. No idea how this connects. So yeah, just focus on your average. But the question is like, what do you mean by your average? That's the main thing I'm also missing. Like you're telling them you're just average. Okay, what is average? Doesn't average mean maybe being unattractive also? Like, I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. You have to tell me. For now, here it doesn't make any sense when you just say that and you say nothing else about it, right? So you focus on the average man, but you need to be more specific on it. Even instead of saying you're just another average man, like saying the specific trait that is makes them average, right? So you have the specificity. Like here, okay, average equals a notice. Okay, I still don't know what average is though, right? Here's the good news: any man can become magnetic. No idea what magnetic is, right? Attraction isn't born. It's built, yeah, corny ChatGPT line. No, we don't want that. Not by pretending, not by begging for attention, but by learning how to stand out without trying too hard. Yeah, bro, you're not telling me anything. That's the main problem. You don't tell me what is the problem. What does average mean? You don't tell me, um, you're telling me like I need to stand out without trying too hard. It doesn't help me. Stand out how? What do you mean stand out? Right? Trying too hard. What is trying too hard? What does that mean? Right? You're not broken, you're just unrefined. Core ChatGPT line, get it out here. What you need isn't charm or cheesy lines, it's mastering the basics. Presence, appearance, and energy. Bro, how did we okay, so the problem is in the appearance, presence, and energy. Like you should have mentioned that like right here. You know, like you should have said straight, like the reason they reject you is because of this specific thing, because you give out this energy or your appearance is whatever. Like you should have been specific, okay? And then after that, you should have actually helped them with that. You should have given them tangible value that will help them change whatever, like presence, appearance, energy, right? And here, what you're doing is you're just giving me nothing, bro. You're just talking bullshit, basically. Giving me some filler lines like attraction isn't born, it's built. Learning how to stand out without trying too hard, which doesn't tell me anything. Like you're not broken, you're just unrefined. You don't need this or this. You just need the basics. You didn't tell me anything yet. You didn't help me at all. Okay, you're not helpful, right? So that's not how you actually write an email. Over the next few days, I'll walk you through exactly how to do that step by step. No nonsense, no cheesy trick, just what actually works. Yeah, just typical ChatGPT line again. You can remove that, right? Stop being invisible. Stick a line. Okay, if you're gonna share it with them in the next few emails, bro, at least tell them here clearly what the problem is, right? Tell them, okay, they reject you because of this, right? And explain it to them. Shift their beliefs. They reject you because of this, right? Because when this isn't in place, then women think this, and then that's why they basically reject you. So all you need to do is actually this. And over the next few emails, I'm gonna go ahead and teach you, right? That's what it can look like when you're gonna be sharing with them the information in the next few emails, right? But here, it's just a bunch of fluff and just a bunch of unnecessary lines that don't add anything. They don't help, they don't give value, they don't make me more curious. They don't do anything. Okay. Eric, does that make sense, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I overuse
Perfect.
ChatGPT. Yeah,
Bro, I can see that.
yes, I overuse ChatGPT. I screw up. Yeah,
Yeah, bro, guys, like, listen, you shouldn't be using, honestly, when you're not a great copywriter yet, you shouldn't be using ChatGPT. ChatGPT, you use it whenever you already write great copy. You actually know how, you actually have something to give to ChatGPT, right? And you use it to write great copy quicker. Then also, you can actually refine what ChatGPT gives you. Because when you use ChatGPT right now, you don't know, is this good? Is this not good? Right? Because your skill level is not at that point. Like you don't know why something isn't good, what to fix, etc. You can't even refine it properly. So what's the point? What's the point of using ChatGPT? Right? Just focus on improving your skills, writing more copy on your like just by yourself, so you can become better. Once you're good, then ChatGPT can match your level, help you write quicker. That's it. That's it. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. No questions in the chat. We have one more piece of copy from Abderrahman. Let's check it out, bro. All right, so this is an email, kind of long, but let's see. Subject line, don't let this stop your progress. Subject line number 2, your progress can stop because of this. Okay, let's see the email. So, Assalamu alaikum name. Okay, interesting. So probably this is for a Muslim, I guess, influencer maybe, like personal brand. You ever feel like you're showing up, training hard, eating well, but nothing's really moving? Your lifts aren't going up, your performance feels stuck, and your body looks the same week after week. And you might ask, what am I doing wrong? Don't worry, it's more common than you think. You've just hit the plateau. Every serious athlete, whether they're into MMA, powerlifting, calisthenics, or a bowl, hits this wall. But here's the thing. A plateau isn't something to fear. It's just a sign that it's time to adjust. Imagine like a checkpoint for your progress. All right, ChatGPT, bro. ChatGPT, like a checkpoint for your progress, like literally ChatGPT again. And how you respond to it is what separates a hobbyist from a real athlete. And I'm here to show you how. Most guys try to push harder, train more, or double their protein shakes, but they're solving the wrong problem. Truth is, what got you here won't get you to the next level. I've worked with dozens of athletes just like you who felt stuck, drained, and frustrated. And within weeks, they broke through, got stronger, faster, and sharper in their sport. All it took was one simple shift in the program. Switch the focus from just performance to recovery. And most of the time, it's overlooked. Recovery isn't a soft option. It's a growth multiplier, ChatGPT. Most guys skip it because they think more training equals more progress, which only blocks the progress and wastes valuable time. To check if it's the same case with you, take a deload week. Don't push hard as usual because your body builds strength, speed, and endurance during rest, not during the workout. And if you found out after the deload week that your performance got improved, start tracking your sleep, prioritize mobility, and take deload weeks more often. Punctuation is literally non-existent here. Literally non-existent. Almost no full stops whatsoever. I'm not saying that you should go soft and easy on all your workouts because that will make you weak. What I'm saying is change your strategy and find a sweet spot between pushing your limits and prioritize your rest time so you can break through the plateaus, whoa, and get optimal results. All right, a bunch of grammar mistakes, bunch of punctuation mistakes, bunch of flow breaks as well. And if you want to accelerate the process with a clear strategy, DM me the word plan, stay strong. Whew, okay, Ibrahim, bro, what do you think? Let me test you out again, bro.
Hmm.
What do you think?
I would say, the SL could be a bit more intriguing because I think I've, read a couple of these headlines already in a bunch of, other copywriters in their copies.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
And then,
Yeah.
and your body, looks like the same week after week. I would be, a bit more specific, so it can be a bit more relatable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Mm. Uh,
No, nothing else, bro. That's it.
no,
If you
I
have
think that's
nothing else, bro, you can just say it. You can just say it. We don't
yeah.
need to sit in silence here. Okay, cool. Let me take over. So, yeah, in terms of the subject line, don't let this stop your progress. I mean, pretty common subject line. Um, I guess, but like here he's talking about them literally not progressing. Mm, so maybe even more like why, for example, wait, let me think. It's more called anything. You just hit the plateau. Every serious athlete, whether it's a parties, this one. Here's the thing. Yeah, like for example, why your gym progress is on pause or something like that. You know, not necessarily don't let this stop your progress. Like the progress is already stopped. That's the point of the email, right? And you're basically telling them how to kind of bounce back. That's the point. So yeah, we need something a bit different. Now, in terms of the email, okay, the beginning it's not that bad. Like you ever feel like showing up, training hard, eating well, but not is really moving. Mm, nothing's really moving. Showing, training hard, eating well, but your legs are going up, your performance feels stuck. And um mm, and your body, yeah, but your body looks the same. Yeah, I mean, Ibrahim had a good point. You can make more specific. Like, for example, what do they want to gain muscle? For example, like you aren't gaining any muscle. Like, you can be more specific depending on what they're looking for, what their ideal result is. Okay, you might ask, what am I doing wrong? Don't worry, it's more common than you think. You just hit the plateau. Okay. Okay, cool. You reassure you reassured them here. It's more common than you think. That's good. You reveal it, you just hit the plateau, that's cool. Every serious athlete, whether they're into MMA, powerlifting, calisthenics, uh, MMA, powerlifting, calisthenics, or bow. Bro, you can just say every serious athlete, no matter the sport, hits this wall, right? So we can just a bit short. No matter the sport, hits this wall. But here's the thing: a plateau isn't something to fear. It's just a sign that it's time to adjust. Imagine like a checkpoint for your progress. All right, then we just after this, like the email kind of goes downhill after this line right here. Like it kind of goes down here with a lot of fluff, bro. Like super, super fluffy. Oh, this email, I don't know how many words it is, but I would guess it's touching 300. Oh, okay, 407, but yeah, obviously not the subject line. Let's say we don't count the PS. So like just this one is probably like 350, 380, 360. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So it could have been like 250, realistically, if you just remove all of the fluff. Like you tell them, okay, you just hit the plateau. Everybody hits it. That's cool. Right. Here's the thing. Don't something fear and how you respond to it. Okay. Imagine like a checkpoint for your progress. You can remove this line completely. Send it's time to adjust and how you respond to it is what separates a hobbyist from a real athlete. Um, okay, cool. So remove this line. These two are cool. Like a plateau is something to fear. It's just a sign that it's time to adjust. And how you respond to it is what separates a hobbyist from a real athlete. Remove this line, right? Just go into it. Most guys try to push harder, train more, or double their protein shakes, but they're solving the wrong problem. The truth is, what got you here, bro? By the way, I'm not commenting on that, but the punctuation needs to be fixed. You have dot dot dot, no capital letter here, no full stop 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 here, no full stops, no full stops. Punctuation is just completely non-existent, right? So that's something, guys, that's something you can fix with AI. Like AI, when it comes to fixing grammar punctuation, yes, you can definitely use it. You can just go to AI, you can say, hey, can you fix all the punctuation in this email? Boom, done. A few seconds, you're done. Okay, you don't need to um, even bother yourself. Okay, so that's something you can definitely use it for, right? So, bro, you can fix that. Now I'm just kind of commenting on the copy, right? The structure, etc. So, truth is, what got you want to get you to the next level. I've worked with dozens of athletes just like you felt stuck, drained, and frustrated, and within weeks they broke through, got stronger, faster, and sharper in their sport. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. Mm, 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 mm. All it took was one simple shift in their program, switching the focus from performance to recovery. Okay, these two lines don't need to be here. You can just say most guys skip recovery because they think the more they train, the more progress they'll make. Um, but yeah, it's exactly the opposite. Your body builds strength, speed, and endurance during rest, not during the workout. Right? Okay, boom. Cool. We just remove these lines from here because that's a bit for later. So first we make the conclusion. Your body builds strength, speed, and endurance during rest, not during the workout. We justify why putting the focus on like recovery is going to fix the problem, is going to fix their plateau. And then you can say this one, right? And I'm not saying that you should stop working out, right? But find the balance, but instead find a balance between working out and recovering, right? And if you want, then you can kind of go into the CTA, I guess. Because here you talk about the deload week. Your phone is going to improve, start tracking your sleep. I'm saying that you should go soft. What I'm saying is change your strategy. If I was supposed to push your limits and prioritizing rest times, you can break yeah, I mean, probably, bro. I would just tell them, okay, I would just tell them to kind of find a balance between recovering and working out. And if they need help finding the perfect balance, then they can DM you the word plan. Boom. Just go into the CTA. That's what I'll do. Okay, so we kind of cleaned it up. We kind of shortened it. And now it's like definitely less than 300 words. Okay, that was the main part. Obviously, the other thing that needs to be fixed, bro, is punctuation. and other mistakes across the email. Okay. So that's it. Not about email. Not about email. Like the idea is there, the angle is there. Just the execution was a bit out of place. Okay. Cool. So, guys, this is it for today's. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so this is it for today's noted. Yes, sir. Sounds good. This is it for today's call, guys. I need to hop on the mentorship call.